Using the substitution u equals the square root of x, this integral is equal to which of the following? So we have this integral of from 1 to 4 of e raised to the square root of x over the square root of x dx. And they want us to make a substitution, u equals the square root of x, to simplify this integral. So u equals the square root of x. So let's find du dx, the first derivative of u with respect to x. So to do that, we can just think of square root of x as just x raised to the 1/2. That's what the square root is. And this is, so we can just apply power rule to x raised to the 1/2. So we multiply by the exponent and then subtract 1 from the exponent. So 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. And since this is a negative exponent, we can just take this to the denominator. So we'll have 1 over 2x raised to the 1/2. Or since this is what they use, we can just rewrite the x squared, x to the 1/2 as 1, the square root of x. So now we have du dx, but since we're replacing x with u's, let's also replace the dx. So let's solve for dx in this equation. Well, we can do that is multiply both sides by dx to move it to the other side. And then we can multiply both sides by 2 times the square root of x to move this denominator to the other side. So we'll have dx alone. So this will give us 2 times the square root of x times du equals dx. We're just treating this du dx like it's a fraction, which it is. It's a fraction of partials, or fraction of differentials. Okay. So now we have the value of dx in terms of u, du, and we have u in terms of x, so we can just substitute these in. So we'll have the integral. Oh, and we should also convert the boundaries of our integral to write them in terms of u. So the lower boundary is an x value of 1, and when x equals 1, the value of u equals the square root of x, so the square root of 1. So that means u equals 1. So our bottom limit is still 1. When x equals 4, u equals the square root of x, so that means it equals the square root of 4. So u equals 2. So our top limit or boundary is going to be 2. Now let's plug in the inside. So we have e raised to the square root of x. The square root of x is equal to u. So we'll have e raised to the u. And in the denominator, we'll keep this as the square root of x. We could substitute this in as u, but we'll see that the square root of x is just going to cancel out with this, because dx is equal to 2 times the square root of x du. So this will just cancel out. So when we cancel these two out, we'll be left with integral from 1 to 2 of e raised to the u times 2, but we can just take the 2 outside, du. And if we look at our answer choices, they don't want us to simplify this down any further. And the only answer choice that matches this here exactly is answer choice C. 2 times the integral from 1 to 2 of e raised to the u du.